We'll discuss about real numbers. Okay, so class 10 real numbers. Class 10 and today we'll talk about real numbers. It's our first chapter. Okay. So before going to know about the real numbers, so first let us know the types of numbers. Okay. So first of all we'll talk about the natural numbers. So natural numbers, it's a collection of numbers that starts with a 1, 2, 3, so on. Yes. So natural numbers denotes by capital N because it is the first word of first letter of the word natural. Okay. Next, the smallest natural number is 1 and the greatest number is we can't define. The greatest natural number we can't define. Correct? Next, so after that, after natural number set, so the next coming set is whole numbers. So whole numbers is collection of natural numbers along with a zero. So 0, the collection of natural numbers, same 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So again, W is the first letter of the word whole. Correct? So the whole number set can be denoted by the capital W and the smallest whole number 0 and the greatest whole number we can't define as it is. And second, integers. So integers is collection of all whole and its negative parts also. Collection of all whole. So that means I am talking 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I am talking their negatives also. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3, so on. So here integer. The set can be denoted by I, R also Z. We can use R, Z also. Because Z is the first letter of the word, of the Greek word, that is Jahlen. Okay, which means the same to count the numbers or something else. Jahlen, the first letter is Z and integer the first letter is I. So to represent this set, we'll use either capital I or capital Z. Okay, and if you look at the smallest integer we can't define, the greatest integer also we can't define. Okay, I hope up to here is the fair. Okay, next we'll talk about your rational numbers. Rational numbers beta. Rational numbers definition is the numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. The numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q where P comma Q are integers. P comma Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. So the numbers should satisfy these two conditions and they must be expressed in the form of P by Q. Then those kind of numbers can be called it as a rational numbers. So we'll see some examples. Minus 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 2 by minus 4 and 7 by minus 2. Just for example, look at minus 1 and 2. The first condition P comma Q both must be integers. P by Q, denominator and denominator. Am I right? Numerator minus 1, denominator 2. Minus 1 and 2 both are integers. Okay. Second condition, Q is not equal to 0. Q is nothing but denominator is not equal to 0. If you look at 2 is not equal to 0. Here denominator not 0. Denominator not 0. Denominator not 0. Not 0. And 3 for integers. 2 minus 4 integers. 7 and minus 2 integers. So minus 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 2 by minus 4, 7 by minus 2. These are the examples of the rationals. Okay. So how do we denote rational numbers? With what letter will denote? We'll use letter Q. Q to represent the rationals. Do you know why? Rational numbers is also called as quotient numbers. So the first letter of word quotient is Q. So that we'll write we'll write a Q, capital Q, to represent rational numbers. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see some. Yeah, rational numbers. So first what I said, whole natural numbers I said 1, 2, 3, cc, so on. Whole numbers I said 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Integers I said, so -1, 0, 1, 2, so on, and here so on. Now if we look at natural numbers are nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4 are these all. Correct, no? But if you look at the 1, 2, 3s are there here also in the whole set. That means whatever the natural numbers are here, the numbers are repeated, the numbers are part of whole also. That means I can conclude a statement, all natural numbers are whole numbers, but all whole numbers are not natural. All whole numbers are not natural because 0 is a whole number, but 0 is not a natural number. Got it? Same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So look at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So here all whole numbers are integers, but all integers are not whole numbers. Because -1 is integer, but -1 is not a whole number. -1 is not a natural number. Correct, no? Am I right? Right. Now come back here. What kind of numbers can comes under rational numbers? We'll see once. Okay. First, I'll write all fraction numbers. All fractional numbers. Fractionals are rationals. I'll write. Okay. Let us see some examples. So now I'll write first example 3 by 4 and the second example 4 by 3. Now 3 by 4 is nothing but the 4 divides 4. I'm sorry, the 4 divides the 3. Correct, no? 4 by 3 is nothing but 3 divides 4. Okay. Now look at this example first. 4, it's dividing the 3 numerator. 3 is a smaller m, right? So 0 point. Now it becomes 30. Now 4 sevens are 28. We know 30 minus 28 answer is 2. Already we have a decimal. So 20. 4 5 is 20. 20. 0. Remainder 0. So the value of the 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. So after decimal, we should read out the digits individually. It's not 75, it is 75. Okay. Let's 3 4. 3 divides 4 and 4 is larger than divisor. Okay. Now I'll write 3 ones are 3, 4 minus 3 answer 1. It's not divisible by 3, so decimal, then it will become 10. You know 3 3s are 9, again 1, decimal 10. 3 3s are 9, again 1, the division continues, the 3 continues here. So 1.33333333, so on. Now what happened when I convert a rational number into decimal form? When I represent a fraction into decimal form, what happened? We got it two types. One is here and here. And this type of digits, look at after the decimal, the digits are able to countable. So these kind of decimals can be called it as a terminating decimal. Terminating. But look at, it's unable to count. So that we'll write it is a non-terminating. Not only non-terminating, what happening? Here the digit 3 is repeating. Am I right? The same 3 is repeating continuously. So these kind of things can be called it as a recurring. Now the decimal type is non-terminating and recurring. Non-terminating, recurring decimal. Okay. So what I can write from the first word? From the first word I can say all terminating decimals are rationals and all non-terminating recurring decimals also rationals. Okay. Next. Yeah. Root n is a rational number. Rational if it is a perfect square. If it is a perfect square. So if you take some number, you get root 1 that is equal to 1, root 4 that is equal to 2, root 9 that is equal to 3, root 16 square, that means square root of 16, 4, square root of 25 that is 5, square root of 36 that is 6. That means when root n, square root of n is a perfect square, then whatever the answer will come, whatever the result will come, the result will be rational. Okay. Now, now we'll write examples of rationals. First, what I said, all fraction numbers are rationals. That means 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 7 by 5, etc. so on. These are all comes under category of rational numbers. Second one, terminating decimal 0.75, 0.2342, yes, it's not continuous, it's terminating, there is no so on. Am I? 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever it. Again, I didn't put any so on symbol, correct? No? So it is also terminating decimal, because after decimal the digits are able to count. Up to here only we can count. Am I right? Next, root 4, root 9, square root of 9, square root of 16. These are also rationals because they are perfect squares. Okay. Okay. Then what is irrational numbers then? Yeah, irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Simply, no need to write any definition for this. Irrational number is nothing but the number which is not a rational, which is not rational. Simple. Which is not rational, that is irrational number. That's it. So I said rationals will represent with Q. So what I am telling you, the number which is not rational, that is irrational. So other than rationals we are talking. So other than Q, we will write it as a Q dash. To represent all irrational numbers, we will use the letter Q dash. That means there is a line upper the Q. R will use the letter S. Actually, S is the first letter of the word third. Okay, we'll learn later that is about third. Okay, and S is the first letter of the third. Now, what kind of numbers comes under irrational numbers? We'll see. Okay, first one, non-terminating and non-recurring numbers are irrational. Non-terminating and non-recurring. That means, so I'll write 3.14, 143, 1432, so on. If I mention so on, look at, is there any pattern? In the first problem, we have seen 3, 3, 3, 3, only 3 has repeated. Correct? I'll show one more example. 1.36, 36, 36, 36. Now look at 36, 36, 36, 36. So this number contains certain pattern. Pattern is nothing but here the 36 is the period. With a certain period it is repeating. 36, 36 repeating. So these kind of decimal can be called it as a non-terminating recurring. That means it is repeating. But if you look at here, first we have 14, next 143, next 1432. That means certain pattern. There is no certain pattern here. So these kind of decimals can be called it as a non-terminating and non-recurring. I'll write one more example. 7.1 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. These are all comes under irrational numbers and non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. Okay, let's now see. Root n is irrational if root n, if it is not a perfect square. If it is not a perfect square. For example, root 1 is equal to 1, root 2 we don't know value, root 3 we don't know, and root 4 is equals to 2, root 5 we don't know, root 6 we don't know, root 7 we don't know, Root 8 we don't know. Root 9 value is a 3. Now erase the perfect squares. Okay, 1, 4, 9. Now look at root 2, root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8. These are irrational numbers. They are not perfect squares. Am I right? Okay. Next. This symbol we know very well. Pi. Yes. Pi is an irrational number. No need any proof. Pi is an irrational number. But if pi is an irrational number, if you multiply pi with any constant, whatever the result also irrational number. Okay? That means if you multiply with the 2, it is 2 pi. It is irrational. If you multiply with a 9 pi, irrational. 100 pi, it is also irrational. Okay? Next. Next, I'll write a note. I'll take two numbers, P and Q. So here I'll write P is a number which is rational and Q is a number which is irrational. Then I'll write P plus Q, P minus Q, P into Q, P divided by Q are irrational numbers. That means better to go with example. It's very better. So 2 is a rational number, root 3 is a irrational number. Okay, let's apply now. P plus Q, that means 2 plus root 3. P minus Q, 2 minus root 3, and 2 into root 3, that is nothing but 2 root 3. Next, 2 divided by root 3, that is nothing but 2 by root 3. Now this is a collection of a rational number and irrational numbers. So even though after adding or subtracting whatever binary operation happened here, the result number comes under irrational only. So these all numbers are irrationals only. When you add or subtract or multiply or divide a rational and irrational, the resultant number will be also irrational number only. Okay. So this is all definitions of rationals and irrational numbers. Then what is real number? Real number is a collection of Q and Q dash. That means it's a collection of all rationals and also irrational numbers. Okay, we'll do pictorially. Okay, represent. First, natural numbers. But along with all natural numbers, one extra number, that is 0. That set is whole numbers along with 0. So here all we have all 1, 2, 3, so on. Correct? Now if you take again, now the set is integers. Integers have extra, that is -1, -2, -3, so on. Next, larger set is Q. Correct? Now Q dash is another different one. Correct? Because I said already, the numbers which are not rationals, they are irrationals. Correct? Yes, the people who are not Indians, they will belong to other country. We can call them as foreigners. Correct? Am I right? So that is the difference between rational and irrational. Now, all together of Indians and foreigners, we can call it as a real numbers. Entire world. While we talking about world, that comes under all countries. All countries comes under world. Am I right? So it is a real numbers. So real numbers is the largest set of numbers. Okay, got it? Okay, thank you.